Hello everybody, hello. Welcome to PossibiliTEAS with Karen. I'm gonna wait for some people to join. While I'm waiting, I will continue to adjust the lamp without knocking over the camera. There we go. I think that'll help a little bit. I'll wait for some people to jump on. I think I am early, and if you know me, you know I am always early, and I have to wait for Facebook to catch up and do notifications to let people know that I am live. So while I wait, I will tell you to, or ask you, not tell you, ask you to please put on your notifications to know when I go live. That way you're not kind of sitting thinking, is she live, is she not live? I want to sync my laptop up over here to get that going. And there goes the notifications. So we are good to go, I think. Complete some of those. You know, while I wait for some people to join, one of the things I do on my phone is I have a reminder set up. So my phone reminds me of certain things besides, work-related stuff. I also have it remind me of affirmations. So once or twice a day, it'll tell me whatever the affirmation of the day is. Or to remind me, hey, have you done something today to move your business forward? Have you eaten healthy and stayed on track with, losing weight? So, you might want to give that a try too. So let's start again. We'll cut this piece out. Hello, welcome to PossibiliTEAS Cafe with Karen. I'm your host. I am drinking just a regular iced tea, actually, because I'm in Arizona. It's toasty. But it's my Walt Disney cup. And on the side of it, on the back, let me turn it. It says, living a dream. I love Walt Disney. I love the underdog. I have always admired people that were an underdog. And I kind of was, an underdog as well. You all know my story that I was broke, homeless, I was abused as a child, and people thought I was special needs because I had a speech impediment. I couldn't say my R's and my S's, and I still have challenges with it. So I fumble over my words, and I get embarrassed still to this day when people tease me. Not as much as I used to, but I think we all have that thing that can possibly hold us back. So that's a little bit about my story. I just want to do this every week. I feel like, during this coronavirus, everybody's kind of on edge. Everybody's kind of not sure. But I will say the Earth as a whole, and I think Earth Day is coming up. It could even be today. Earth Day is coming up. I think as a whole, the Earth is loving this. I mean, you look at pictures from the space shuttle, Earth is healing. And sometimes I wonder, was this done? I think everything's done spiritually for a reason. So was it done to give the Earth a chance to breathe? And also to give society a chance to breathe? Because as hard as it is just to work out of the house and to stay home, it gives people a chance to breathe. It gives people kind of a chance to hit a reset. Now I will say I'm the busiest I've ever been, and my phone rings nonstop. But because I'm at home, I have a chance to be in my own environment. I have a chance to breathe. I meditate every day. I get up and I'm not pressured to hurry up and get to the work. I don't have any appointments I've got to run off to because where am I going to go? So I think it gives everybody this chance to hit the reset, but I also think people are nervous and scared. I have so many friends that are self-employed and their business was cut in half. I have one whose business, not one, I have a couple friends whose business is gone, and they're trying to apply for the PPE grants, but of course, had to give that to Ruth Chris and Potbelly Sandwiches because, they're only multi-million-dollar companies. So when we come out of this, it's going to be up to us to help lift everybody up and to help support one another. So I kind of thought, I'm just going to jump on here. I could talk for 5 minutes. I hope you guys ask questions. Oh, D'Alva, thank you. It's Earth Day today. Thank you so much, D'Alva. I saw you jump on, and I thought, if anybody knows, it would be D'Alva. So if you have any questions, pop it down there. So I think, and then I was reading somewhere else, my sister-in-law posted that from when we went into quarantine, and I'm not going to get the dates, to May 1st, if we come out May 1st, that's 40 days. And for people that are, especially for Catholics, well, she's not Catholic, so for very religious people, 40 days has spiritual meaning. So I think, as awful as this has been, I'm a silver lining person. I'm one of those people that could be in the middle of a tornado and look over at my husband and say, at least the good thing is it'll blow off our patio. I've always been a glass half full, because the alternative, why? You got to have faith. You got to have faith that everything will work out. So I just know that so many people are searching right now for answers. So like I said, I want to do this once a week, every Wednesday, PossibiliTEAS with Karen. Bring your tea. As I said, I have iced tea because it's Arizona a little hot for hot tea. And I'm one of those people, I learned how to drink tea with my Nana. And my Nana taught me how to drink tea with coffee and milk. So it doesn't matter where I go to drink tea at, the most upscale. I mean, I've sat in the Ritz. I sat at Disneyland for their high tea. And they bring out this big tea thing, and they're all proud of it. And, and I know they're going to be horrified the minute I look at it and say, can I have cream and sugar, please, for my tea? But that's how I've learned to drink it. So I'm kind of just your traditional Lipton. Although, I like pomegranate and blueberry and Earl Grey and all that, so let me know below what you guys are drinking. Put it in the comments what you're all drinking. Did you bring your PossibiliTEAS? It was my sister told me I should name this Coffee with Karen. I don't drink coffee. I have never in my life drank coffee. Can't stand the smell of coffee. My husband drinks and I have to smell it every morning. When we're on vacation, I'm surrounded by coffee drinkers. It's like, not my jam. So again, if you have questions, ask below. If you want to know, I just want to talk about life, business, chatting. I could talk about coronavirus because I spend most of my day talking about it. I think my own personal thing, although I'm one of those people, I swear to you, I had a bet on Wagyu steak that Arizona would never go past 4,000. And I had a bet that we would be out of our conference for my paying job is next week. Yeah, next week. And I had a bet that we would still be at our conference. We canceled it. So when I tell you, I think that you'll see a lot of countries start opening up about May 15th. I don't know if you take that to the bank. But I also want to talk to you about, oh wow, Dee, I'll have to give that a try. I also want to talk to you guys about miracles and expecting miracles. If you've been following me recently, I've always kind of had challenges with God. I've been up and down with God. Because when I was younger, it was like, God, how could you forsake me like that as a child? And then I'd reconcile, then I'd go back and forth until I recently I realized that everything happens for a reason. Everything is predestined. And so I'm at peace. I was reading A Course in Miracles, and it was talking about expecting miracles. That you should expect miracles. And I never thought of miracles like that. I never thought that miracles were something you should expect to have. That miracles just happened, and miracles happen to everybody else. Seldom did miracles happen to me. And I kept thinking, that's flawed thinking. You've got to be, you've got to realize that all good things come to those who ask. If you ask for things, it'll come. Now, I know a lot of you guys are sitting there saying, well, I've been asking for such and such and it hasn't come. You could be very right because it's not time. You're not ready. I've been working on my side hustle since 2015, I think. And so it's been 5 years and I have made minimal progress, minimal. I have gone here, gone there, changed this, changed that, looked all over, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Until finally you just find your way. And when you find your way, it's the perfect time. Because if I would have found my way a couple years ago, I wouldn't have been where I needed to be. So if you're looking at a side hustle or you're looking at your business right now and your business is suffering, please first of all reach out so we can do some brainstorming. I've been brainstorming with a lot of women, especially women that had businesses where you have people come to you, that people aren't coming to you. And I don't know how this will look when we're out of this. I don't know if people will continue to come. to come to people. I do totally and completely believe the hotel industry is going to have to change their model. I said, I think 3 years ago in a video, that hotels, that Airbnbs would force hotels to quit saying you have to be out of your room by 11 and you can't check in until 3. That hasn't necessarily happened yet. But what I will think will happen is they're going to have to be more clean, meaning they have to change the bedspread. You know, hotels don't change the bedspread. So gross. And they don't change the pillow. It's the same pillow. And they don't change the shower curtain lining. And I think that's going to have to change because there's going to be so much paranoia about COVID, especially the, I forget who just came out yesterday and said that they believe this will come back in the winter with a vengeance. So we could be right back here. So, and I'm kind of bouncing around, and if you guys know me, that you just know that's how I do it. So if you do have a business where you're dependent on people coming to you and speaking, you know, let's talk. Because there's a lot of ways, especially if you're a speaker, that you can do more virtual. I know our National Association, their conference is September, and it's all virtual. I thought about going to virtual, but we're going to run with August and just see how it goes and cross our fingers and hope we catch that window. But there's so many things you can do, you know, electronically with Facebook Live, with IG Live, with videoing. So many lessons that you're here to teach that people would love to see. You know, I think I see hey Diane, how you doing? You know, she's probably the best. She's not probably. She is the best activity director in long-term care. Activity professional in long-term care across the world. So she could easily start making videos on how to do activities within a community and do live videos like this and open up a membership group. I'm just freewheeling here. Open up, and she didn't even ask her this. She's probably like, Karen, seriously. Open up a membership group and have people pay $20, $30, $40 a month to come into the membership where she teaches lessons. You know, same with the Elva. I mean, you could open up a membership group, a paid membership group, where you can teach people how, you know, the ways of the shaman, the ways of the native shaman. There's a lot of things out there that technology will allow for. It's just making that shift. It's just understanding the world is changing. We're never going to go back to where we were March 1st. That's a fact, because people will forever be changed by this experience. You know, I look at the, you know, the 10, 11 to 12-year-olds, and I think, what's their take? You know, my daughter's 29, and this will be her second recession, because she went through the 2008. Now she's going through this recession, and she really, her worldview is so different from everybody else's. It's, you know, well, her generation. So it's fascinating to see where we're going to come out with this. But those of you like me, I mean, I'm 62. I'm looking to retirement. So those of you that are, you know, that are 50, 60, that are starting to look around and say, you know, what's going to happen to my retirement? What's going to happen to my livelihood? You know, let's talk, because there's a lot of other things that we can do to replace in person. And I mean, like I said, we're still doing our in-person conference, and Diane's speaking for us, thankfully. So I don't want people to just be sitting home and thinking, I hope this ends and I go back to my life as normal, because it's not going to. And again, if your business is suffering, please reach out to me, because there's just so many things you can do if you expect a miracle. And miracles come in so many forms. You know, I've talked to my husband for a long time saying we really need to redo the house. We bought this house 23, 24 years ago. And it just needs an uplift, a facelift. Needs a facelift. So I was talking to him saying, you know, with our dog, it's hard to replace the carpeting and all that until she becomes an angel. So I said, you know, I really like to start working on the outside and redoing our patio. And next thing I know, my son shows up and he's like, you know, you guys, I really got to do something for you. I'm going to redo your patio. Excuse me, I'm sorry, this is allergies. Excuse me. And we're like, well, you know, son, we're not really ready to it. The next weekend he shows up with the truck filled with wood and all this stuff, and he says, but I'm ready to do it. So our whole patio's been redone. Then he looks over and he says, I can't stand the shed you have. So those are miracles. Sometimes everyday occurrences, sometimes people's niceness are miracles. You know, the time when you're standing and your hands are full and somebody opens the door for you. The time that you need help pushing the shopping cart to your car and somebody helps you. Those are miracles. I think we get caught up in the George Bailey, It's a Wonderful Life type miracles. Everyday miracles are the same. So if you take one thing away from PossibiliTEAS with Karen, is expect miracles. Expect good things to happen. Don't live in fear. That is another takeaway. I really hope people learn from this experience. Fear isn't going to get you anywhere. All fear does is make you fearful. And you're fearing something that may never happen. And if it does happen, the fear didn't help it. It still happened. So, I got a lot of heat from people because I went and had my hair done the day the governor shut down hairstylist. Now, obviously, I'm in politics, so I knew it was coming. So I ran out and got my hair done. And so many people are like, oh, you got to stay at home. You got to do this. I can't live in fear. Now, I'm not going to disrespect other people and go breathe upon them and spread germs. I still threaten I'm going to do a video one day on universal precautions and how to wash your damn hands. Everybody, wash your hands right, please. And if you're going to wear a mask, don't take it off like this. You take it off from the ears and you drop it either into the trash or into the washing machine. Either way, you don't touch the outside of the mask, that's contaminated. You don't touch the outside of gloves, contaminated. I lost my whole train of thought because it just drives me crazy with that. But I just can't walk around thinking, what if I get coronavirus? If I get it, I get it. Now I'm not taking stupid chances by running around and rubbing up against people at Target. But if I need something at Target, I'm going to go. If I need something at Amazon, I'm going to order it. And, just be smart and always be washing my hands. Don't allow fear to win in any part of your life. I've been guilty of that for a lot of my life. And I think people that have trauma in their lives have a tendency to be more fearful because they've already been taught not to trust. We've already been taught that bad things are going to happen, that certain things are transactional. And so you have to be aware of who is a taker and who's a giver. And that takes years to get through. And I don't know if it ever goes away. I think you just learn to navigate around it and you learn to develop trust in the way you can develop trust. So don't be fearful. There's so many people out there willing to help. As I said, I've been trying to do this business for 5 years, and now the Clear Blue Jeremy Kriskowski, I never can get his last name right. Him and I have swam in the same orbit for probably about 2 years. We met at a conference. Actually, his mother was the speaker, and him and I just kind of talked out in the hallway and just kind of got along. The Clear Blue, about 3 weeks ago, he DM'd me and said, how you doing? I said, oh, great. He goes, hey, I've been watching your stuff on Facebook. You're doing great, but what about blah, blah, blah. And he spent an hour and a half of his time. Now, when he coaches you, it's $1,500 an hour. And he spent an hour and a half of his time just DMing me back and forth saying, why don't you look at this? Karen, you're really more about healing your past stories. That's where your passion is. Why aren't you doing that? Why do you keep getting away from that? And that's what the conversation revolved around. And that's how I can help you. If you're looking to this dream, but you don't have the dream you're looking at, why not? Is it fear that's holding you back? Is, what's standing in your way? So, reach out to me for that too. I don't want to go too long. I've gone 20 minutes, yikes. I don't want to go too long. So I just want you guys to, stop in every Wednesday. I woke up this morning. I'm from the East. For those of you that don't know, I'm from Pittsburgh. And I woke up this morning and thought, oh my gosh, I didn't put the time difference on there. I just put 8 a.m. A typical Arizonian. That is so Arizonian. How weird. It's like, hey, it's 8 o'clock. And the rest of the country, I swear to you, will put 8 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. EST. Not Arizonians. We just put 8 o'clock. So I'll have to make a change to that because I did get some text messages while I'm talking to my friend saying, I was on at 11. Where were you? So it'll be 8 a.m. Arizona time, 11 o'clock East Coast time. Please DM me questions. Reach out to me anytime, you guys. I'm here. I want to lift as many boats as I can. I want to help as many women. If I could help 1 million women developed a business of their dreams, my life would be fulfilled. Because I think as women, we hesitate to take that step. You know, we get right to the ledge. We make just enough money. You know, whatever our money line is. You know, some people's money line's 50,000. Some people's money line's 100,000. I have coached a woman who's actually, her money line was $1 million. And whenever she went over $1 million in her business, she'd crash it. And she'd drop back to 900,000. And then she'd work her way back up. And, you know, we worked together for a while. And we finally pulled out the fact that her dad felt that people that made millions were millionaires were thieves and criminals. And so I said, well, why don't you reach out to your dad? He's still alive, and ask him about that. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't believe that at all. He must have made a comment somewhere along the line that she internalized. We all have those thermostats in our bodies, and it's for everything we do. It's for your weight. If you've wrestled with your weight, you have to figure out why. You know, I came into this self-isolation, and the first week I gained 4 pounds, and I thought, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, this isn't going to happen. So I told my husband, I'm going to lose 10 pounds when I thought self-isolation was only going to last a couple weeks. And now I told him, I said, I'm going to come out of this, 15 pounds less. That's my goal. I've lost 5, so I got to lose 10 more. Because I thought, if I don't, I'm just going to sit and eat because I'm a frustrated eater. I have a weight thermostat that I set at a certain weight. And so I always have to battle that thermostat and look and say, okay, universe, you're not going to win. I know I'm holding the weight on. I got to let it go. So it's everything in your life. If you're not where you want to be, you have to look internally at the story you're telling yourself, because that's where you're getting held back at. That's where you're getting stuck. Excuse me. I was telling some of you people, hey Cleo, how you doing? Hey Cleo, I don't know if Diane Mockby's still on here. I know you know Diane Mockby. Diane and Cleo, you guys know each other. Cleo does adaptive clothing now for seniors. So Barnyard Rubble, I think. So you guys need to hook up. See, that's what I love about business. Connecting people, putting pieces together for everybody. So, I've gone on too long. I've kind of rambled because nobody's asking me questions. I wanted you guys to ask me questions, but, I think it's kind of hard at the beginning when this is the first time. So, all right, Cleo. So anything I can help you guys with, reach out and let me know. Set your goals for this self-isolation. Don't treat it kind of as I'm stuck in the house. I'm stuck at home. I'm trapped. Treat it as a time for self-development. Treat it as a time for personal growth, business growth. Reach out to people that can help you. Like I said, Jeremy reached out, and in an hour and a half, completely reframed my business. Completely, told me how to do it. I know why I hold on and wait and hide, just don't know how to fix it. Well, Cleo, let's talk. Let's talk. There's always a story behind people's weight. There's a reason people hang on to their weight. So let's talk, DM me. Any of you guys, direct message me. And I say that even if I'm at the office or I'm at home. If I don't answer right away, it means I'm in a meeting or something, but I'll get back to you. I've got to help heal the world. I know how hard it was for me. I know how hard it was for me to quit being this mean, angry, drunk person. I couldn't be that person anymore. I had to find happiness. I had to find inner peace. And I just put together a course on be the hero of your past stories, 3 proven steps to heal your past and transform your future. Because I was talking to Jeremy, he said, if somebody gave you a roadmap, just a quick down and dirty roadmap, what would it be? And that's when my online course is going to come out. I price it at $47. If that's a challenge to people, text me. I can always reduce the price. I just feel that if it's free, people don't appreciate it. And I don't mean they don't appreciate what I gave them. They don't appreciate it and they won't do it because they don't have skin in the game. You gotta have skin in the game to change. You gotta have a compelling reason to change. If you don't have a compelling reason to change your life, you're not going to. There's pain and there's pleasure. You gotta have more pain than you do pleasure. And if people are having weight issues, it's because they're getting more pleasure eating the chocolate chip cookie. And yes, I love chocolate chip cookies, than the pain from eating the chocolate chip cookies. And I put on a pair of jeans 4 or 5 days into this, and they were tight, and I was like, oh, hell no, because that caused me pain. I went out, over the past couple of weeks, well, not, before we got self-isolated, and bought all new clothes because I lost weight. Now they sit in my closet. Some still have price tags because I can't wear them. But it was like, no, because I know where my weight comes from. So it's easier for me to lose it because I can sit down with myself and say, okay, Karen, you're not going to let, in my case, I'm not going to let the demons win. I'm not going to let the other people win. I'm going to win. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Good to see you. Sandra, you probably know Cleo too. See how we all connect each other. Sandra's with a pharmacy out of Tucson. I can't think of the name of it. Used to be United, but I know it's not United anymore. So, see, this is what I want this PossibiliTEAS to be. I want it to be a place where we can gather and chat and connect each other and help one another and get each other through some bad times. Sandra, I know your husband passed recently, and my heart still breaks for you, and I'm sure, you're having a rough time with it, and Beth's husband passed, and Diane's husband. I just want to be here to support you guys, and I want to start a community. And I think we all started these groups where we had to be in person and go sit at the Henry every, once the first Monday of every month to network, and those networking things went away, and they'll come back, but this is easier and this is better because you can network at home and talk and get to know anybody. Oh, really? Well, you guys get to know each other. Because Cleo, yeah, you have to know her. Yeah, you have to. You guys had to swim in the same ocean. But I could be wrong. I can't remember how long you've been out of Phoenix, Cleo. So maybe you have been gone for some time. I don't know. I'm one of these people who don't have a great concept of time. I could tell people it's been a week and they'll look at me and say, it's been a month. Oh. So, okay, I want to wrap up because now I'm just rambling. Mark your calendars, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Every Wednesday will be PossibiliTEAS with Karen. Bring your questions, bring your comments. In between, direct message me, reach out to me. Let me know. Thank you, Sandra. I knew you guys knew each other. Redeemed again. Thank you. So reach out to everybody. If you get on Facebook, like each other, hit each other. If you're on my page, I hope you follow my page. I also have a free group, Blue Rose Community. Jump over to my free group. I'm going to slowly make the move over to Blue Rose Community where everything is over there. I like the group format. You can converse more. Facebook is kind of shutting down conversations on Facebook pages because they want more of a community. So that's why I named it Blue Rose Community. Check out my podcast, Blue Rose Podcast. I'm looking for podcast guests. If you have a great story of overcoming, I'd love to talk to you. Cleo, I'd love for you to be a guest on my show. Sandra, I'd love for you guys to be a guest. If you're interested, DM me. I shoot every week, although my challenge has always been, and this is a story I tell myself, consistency. I wrestle with consistency. And that's on me. That's one of the ways I hold myself back, because if I'm not consistent, then people don't have faith in me showing up all the time, and they lose interest. So I'm really working on consistency too over this. I don't know what to call this. I don't know what you call this break. I don't want to be disrespectful for everything taking place in the world because it's just awful. But again, I'm a glass half full person, so I have to look at it as it gives me a time to hit a reset button, pause. Because when you're working at home and your first phone call, I think yesterday my first phone call was at 5:15 a.m. and my last one was I think at 9:45 p.m. That was 2 days ago. When you're at home, it's okay because I'm sitting out on my patio, I get my feet propped up. It's just a different vibe. So although I'm exhausted because it's so stressful, press phone calls, everything being thrown at you, when you're at home, it's okay. So while you're going through anything, again, DM me, text me. I'm here to help you guys. I'll see you next Wednesday for PossibiliTEAS with Karen, but I'll also be in other Facebook Lives. Thanks a lot, you guys. Take care. God bless.